Yo, what up? Y'all know what it is. Prison stories. Come on, man. Life in the pen, hashtag prison talk, hashtag in and out, you know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Coke, man. Appreciate you, boy. Real talk. Shout out to my son, Black Play, you know what I mean? Hey yo, my boy Black Play name is David Winters on IG on Instagram. Yo, he put up a video in his story. He had the headset on looking like E.T. ugly as hell, mad as hell. He phone home trying to get back to he been trying to get back to Earth ever since with his ugly ass. My son looked at horrible, big head ass nigga. They got the Ron Germany mustache. He black. He black with the '70s mustache. Nigga, it's 2020 now, man. Get rid of that '70s mustache. Had to roast your ass real quick because I'm hoping you see this nigga right from the beginning. Um, but you know, and yo, I appreciate all support. I mean, everything that y'all do. Just want to touch on that, have that out there. But what I really want to touch on, what we about to talk about is, in prison you could be anybody you want to be, man. Anybody you want to be, you can be in prison, man. I know crackheads that because they can't smoke crack no more, they work out, they get their weight up, they join an organization, a gang, get a couple shootings under their belt, taking place. And next thing you know, they got rims. Next thing you know, they got a following. Next thing you know, they getting praise that they ain't never had before in their life. They got niggas that look up to them when they've been treated a certain type of way. And say not even just a crackhead, just a regular lame ass dude that ain't about nothing. End up going to do a bid. Straight loser in life. Was never gonna be nothing. Go to prison. Get his weight up. Join a gang. Get his rims, however. Next thing you know, like I said, got dudes praising him. And when you establish and stuff like that and you shaking and moving, you gonna meet dudes. You can't help. People gonna meet. It's all type of people in prison. But you might meet somebody that's cool with you, like your attitude. He set dude out with a chick. Now he got a female. She doing for him. She bringing things up. Now he the man for real, for real. Phone staying on, packages coming. He got feats. That's like dudes praise in jail, like certain things they look at and they be like, okay, yo, son, get this. So he gotta be somebody. But on all I said, he might not be nobody. But he violent too. So then they like, yeah, he get busy. So he get a jail name for himself. But the thing is, in prison, violence is respected. Violence. In the streets, money is respected. I don't care if you a coward or rat or whatever. If your bag is up, they gonna praise you out here. That's just how it works. If you out here, you a violent but broke nigga, man, they gonna be looking at you like you crazy. Like, here go old stupid ass motherfucking loony. He dumb as. Here he go. You trying to beat somebody up or take somebody, doing some stupid stuff. Broke though. You don't never want to get no money. Don't get a job or nothing. You don't want to do nothing. You just want a bottle in the bag. But he'll shoot somebody though. Yeah, nobody care about that, man. Yeah, it's like, but then it's like, man, what you doing? Especially when you start getting older. So mind you got this dude who's in jail who then built up this character, who he is, that's never really been in them. That ambition, that person to be ain't never been in them. Because it don't take that much intelligence at all to be violent. Like I always say, the violent part about prison is not the hardest part. And I'm not saying that because I'm tough. I'm saying it because it's real. The hardest part is the mental part, to actually be in that cell. I think it's harder to stay out of trouble than it is to get in trouble. Because you might just have to go with the wave. You know what I mean? So you doing stuff just on your situation of where you at. But the mental part about prison, that's the hardest part, I believe. Now we'll jump into that too. But now you got this dude who built this character up, comes home. And he come home. Now it's time for him to show that chick that he been talking to, that he can do these things that he been saying on the floor, that he can talk that G. That he is that dude. But society out here is different. Now you really got to work. You ain't going to no bullshit. You ain't going to no bull program to where, you only there for about an hour and a half. You ain't doing nothing. You gotta walk. You gotta walk to your programs 2-3 minutes away, 5 minutes at the most. It ain't nothing. You ain't gotta catch buses in the wintertime to get to work. You ain't gotta really do 2 or 3 jobs to show these bills that gotta be paid, because everything else is being paid for you. Like dudes don't deal with that type of stuff in there. So when they come out here, that's a pressure. And I understand, but I respect this. If you gonna get some money, get some money. I learned the hard way that going 10% is drastically gonna destroy you. So my thing was, I'm gonna go 100 if I do anything. And I respect dudes that do that as trying to, you know what I mean, even regardless of the fact, at least they trying to make something, they ain't just sitting away. You got other dudes that come on that pressure, they don't want to do nothing, or they don't know how to do nothing, or they ain't got the mindset to make nothing. They just know how to be, and it's like that don't work out here. So once the dudes feel like they ain't getting that praise, I feel like, or getting that same worship that they had while they was in prison, they do stupid stuff to go back. Rob a piece of man, cab driver, some bull. You be like stuff, driving drunk at night in somebody else's car and get pulled, like doing stupid stuff. Go to parole, knowing you've been blowing all week. You blow the day before parole. Nah, I know I'm gonna pass. This ain't no pop quiz. You can't study for this test. This is a urinalysis. You going to jail. But I feel like dudes can be anybody they want to be in prison. It's just plain simple. Like, and you know, it's who dress it up the best, man. Who dress, especially you got dudes from other places that don't even know you, bro. Like, don't all over the state from where you that don't even know you. So you could, if you could talk that, look that, give that off, act that, they gonna think in their head because they probably see you doing this, doing that. You give it up. Yo, I know he official. I know he gonna give it up. In all actuality, man, it ain't even about that at all. But they in a situation. You know what I'm saying? They in a cold situation. And, you know, I bring this up because that's, I think, one of the most enticing things about prison is that you could be who you want to be. That you could be whoever you want to be. Like when dudes come out here and they can't be that person that they've been portraying in jail, or they can't live up to the praise, because that's an ego thing too. When you getting that praise and people is praising you and you got soldiers behind you, you got a legion behind you, and they following you, and you don't get that same thing out here, that could destroy a man's ego. Because now people looking at you like, I'm at who the. So I believe dudes sabotage themselves. I mean, they sabotage themselves because they want to feel that praise again. I ain't talking about 1 bid, 2 bid, 3 bid. I'm talking about dudes who got 4, 5, 6 bids, and for stuff you be like, why is he only? How you only stay out of jail for a month? How you only stay out of jail for 90 days? I know dudes. Do you know how many dudes go back to jail in the first month they out? Because they see like, oh, this is real. Oh, this pressure. And they can't adapt. They can't. But back to being in jail. Like I said, prison, you could be whoever you want to be. I don't care. I know New York State's like this. I'm pretty sure other states is like this. Y'all can ask dudes from the state y'all in that's been in prison, you can be anybody you want to be. As long as you ain't no rat or nothing like that, and ain't no paperwork on you saying you a rat, and you can literally be who you want to be. You want to be a gangster, you want to run, get busy. And like I said, that ain't hard. Take some plates, and you gonna get your rims, and you up. You a shot caller, as they would say. But it's so hard. Like, I'm gonna use an example of myself too. I remember me and Shy got the cash sack, and me and my Cody was double bunk, right? So, you know, when I went to jail, I always say this, man. When I went to jail for was some armed robberies that was like, most we got was used car money, man. $2,000 or $3,000 from each one, or if that $1,000 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Like used car money, man. Like I used to kick myself because I had a lot going on, man. And me just being me, like, yo, forget it. And then you get addicted by that just, yeah. It's addicting. So, you know, I hear other dudes talking, me not knowing that these dudes they professional gamers too. Like they professional liars. Like these dudes they ain't got what but they make it seem like they got what they got. Me being young, seeing eye. So I remember we in child and the one kid, I think his name was CJ and or DJ, something like that. So we sitting there, he like, yo, yeah, I had the such and such car, I had this car. Man, I had no vehicle when I was home. I ain't had no whip, no none of that. None of that. I went to jail at 18. I had a permit, that's it. So I'm like, so he's like, yo, Meech, what type of car you had? Man, even if you had a car, I don't even think we all young, so you know it's an Eagle. So I'm like, nigga, I had an Impala, all white joint. My lying ass talking about my uncle car. My uncle adopted me, call my mom and dad. Talking about his car. My Cody look at me though. He like, so he don't say nothing. So I'm like, yeah, I had the Impala. I was like, word, what year? I'm saying the year like it's my joint. Lying. Look at doo-doo is just lying. We get back to the cell. He like, yo, why you lie? I'm like, man, I ain't really lied. It was my dad, so it's mine. Like what? Nigga, you ain't even got a license. He ain't even know that you drive that much. I was like, but I was in it though. Of course you was in it, nigga. It's your dad. I'm like, so what? They don't know. So he just cracking up like, yo, bro. Yeah, I felt doodle as hell because I'm sitting there. I'm like, damn, I'm really just lied for these. Like I really just lied. Like just to like I couldn't. I told myself I'd never do that again. However I am, however my life was, it is what it is. Compare my life to somebody else, it's, man, whatever. If they had this, they had that, they had that. If I didn't have it, I didn't have it. Whatever. Life ain't over yet. I'll win in the end. You know what I'm saying? It's a long race. Hopefully. It's a long race. I'll be the tortoise. You know what I mean? Let them be the rabbit. So I told myself I'll never do that. But you get dudes who lie, and you'll be like, yo, some of the lies that these dudes come up with. Like we had a dude in college whose name was Prophet, right? And this dude had some of the most immaculate lies in the world. Like, yo, we would watch a TV show. Like, say we was watching State Property. He'd be back there watching State Property with us. He'd be like, you know what, I ain't even gonna tell y'all. So, you know, we know, and it's always one of us that fall for it. So we sitting there in the dorm watching TV. He'd be in the back or something behind. And then you hear somebody like, yo, what you was about to say, Prophet? Nah, because y'all ain't even going to believe me. Y'all going to think I'm lying. What are you talking about? Yo, that's how we used to roll. That's how me and my, like, yo, it was all about money. Like, it was get down and lay down. I remember my son, he ran down on a dude just like how Siegel did and wasn't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? And we did it just like that. Had the money, went into a couple high-speed chases, had a shootout at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Got into a shootout at the mall, got away. You know what I'm saying? We riding through traffic crazy. You know what I mean? I've been shot 12 times. You know what I mean? Got shot in my head. The man used to say he got shot in his head, right? And always say, yo, my what you call it? My memory is, you know, he forgets to be like, you know my memory, I was shot in the head. So one day I'm messing with him. I'm like, yo, let me see the bullet, because he had a bald head. Let me see the bullet hole. So he tried to show, he like, well, it ain't I had got grazed, and it was like a little nick. I'm like a razor cut, talking about he had got grazed. He like, I'm like, so why you always saying you got shot in the head if you got grazed? No, because I really lost my memories why I got hit by the bus. Well, so why do you always say, when somebody asks you why you forget this, forget that, you always talking about yo, I got shot in the head? But somebody who not knowing or who don't bid, who ain't been bidding, his stories would seem so like he had some phenomenal stories. Like his father was a kingpin. He ain't never really known him his whole life. When he died, he passed it on to him. He became all this stuff. And the man was in jail for stealing the old lady's jewelry. Like when we got the paperwork and reading the paperwork, I'm like, and he was super church, like, that's why he called himself Prophet, because he was supposed to be so super churchy, but he would story tell, I mean, half a lot. Yo, we was watching Purple Rain one day. So the man sitting in the back was like, yo, I want to tell y'all something, but y'all ain't even going to believe it. Here go my stupid ass. Because I'm thinking we watching Purple Rain. I'm like, yo, he ain't going. So he like, yo, my aunt, she Prince's godmother. I'm so mad at myself that I went for this, that I fell for this. The man said his aunt was Prince's godmother. I said, okay. He's like, nah, I'm serious, yo. She got mad pictures with Prince. Matter of fact, I think I got a few pictures of her with Prince. I'm gonna go lick them joints up, bring them joints right out. You know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, I used to be like, you look like you was down with the revolution. Like you look like you was down with his group. Cause he used to do like he used to wear like I used to be like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? This dude weird. He used to wear a robe, right? Like, but it wasn't a long robe like how a dude should have. It was a robe that went to the middle of his thigh. And he was a big dude, so he used to just walk around with the little robe on. And I was like, what's wrong with this? I'm like, yo, he used to do weird stuff. Like we used to go, he had a wife too. And wherever his wife is, I am thankful to you that you with him because I don't understand. Like, that's why I said you could lie and people like in prison be whoever. But dudes who really know be like, yo, bro, but he'll lie. Like he'll say, yo, when I was in Attica, C Block was one of the worst blocks in Attica. He said, yo, I backed out on the police, ran in there with 2 picks. What happened to you? Why you not? Everybody know you're done for. I don't care who is, tough you is. You run on an officer with 2 picks, they coming to get you. I don't care who you is. But he like, yo, I did that. The man used to lie like crazy. And he was weird. We used to go on trailers together. So, but he could draw. So I used to have him draw these cards and stuff like that. Or he'd make these candles, these apple candles, like with the instant apple. And he'd make them out of like apple and something else. And it was like an oilish candle. He would use the apple core, cut that out, and then use it as make a candle around it it was fire. He had some talent with that. But the man asked me some, like he used to be like weird. Like the man be like, he drawn for me one day, like, yo, Meech, come here. Yo, listen, we going on a trailer, right? And I try to please my woman the best way I can. He's like, yo, I want to tell you about a position, but I'm about to ask you something, and I don't want you to think I'm funny or nothing. What you gonna ask me? He's like, is you hoeing? What? What am I holding? What are you talking about? He's like, no funny stuff, but is you? Cause whoa, pause. I don't want to know that. He's like, nah, cause it's a position when you got her, you put her against. I'm like, bro, listen. I don't want to know about what's going on with you, and I don't want you. We don't talk. Like, what's wrong with you, man? He's like, nah, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be there for you, brother, as a brother. I'm like, this nigga bugging. He crazy. I know he crazy. But he used to have some of the most, like, the man showed pictures, right? Other dudes, but the face would be scratched out. This is what dudes do. He'd show pictures. He ain't the only dude. Other dudes into this. I done caught dudes saying that they girls, right, was like smooth, like models. Like I remember I caught a dude one day showing me pictures of Malaya, and he like, yo, yeah, this is my shorty right here. She, like, cause they got like regular photos that you could buy, and only niggas in jail buy these photos, like real photos of these people, like in picture like photos, and they sell them for like $10 for $1 or something like that, and you get the photos of all this chick, like photos, real photos, crazy, and dude to put them in his photos and act like that's his girl, or get different girls and be like, yo, these my chicks. And in his head, this is what that's why I said the mental part of prison is the hardest, because it's hard to stay sane in your head, to not create different worlds so you can deal with your situation. Dudes be creating worlds in their head that they ain't never had. They really do that. Y'all think I'm playing. Dudes create worlds in their heads. I remember a dude told me about the Dutch book. He told me the whole Dutch book. But back to private. So he showed me some pictures, and I'm pinching the dates. I'm like, now the picture got the date on it. So I'm like, yo, you said you came to jail in 2005. He like, yeah, now it's a dude with mad chains on, but he scratched the face. It's looking weird, but he's saying that's him. Yeah, that's me right there. I had the big Cuban on, all this other stuff. I'm like, when I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, yo, this dude, he's shaped like him, but I know it's not him, man. Why would you Why is the picture just dark? I was trying to lighten it up. So you gonna scratch the photo? All right. I'm losing my mind. I'm the crazy one. His solution was to scratch the photo to show that it's real. So we sitting there. I'm like, yo, I see the date. You got locked up 2004. Why is it got 2005? Oh, that's the date it was. So finally, I couldn't take it. I jump on the chair and like, you a liar. All you do is lie. Stop lying. You talking about some Prince? You don't want your godmother ain't Prince. Yeah, nigga, she the Prince. Yo, the man we was watching Coming to America one day. The man said his sister married. Yeah, yo, that's crazy. I be feeling like, yo, this is like, yo, how my sister life is. She married a Nigerian prince. So we watching Coming to America now. I just start going off about all that stuff on him. He just looked at hurt. I'm like, you're a liar. Nobody want to tell you. They don't want to tell you that you're a liar. He's like, so he go run off, come back. He talking to somebody in the other room, the other us in the sports room, talking to my man nothing. And we like, yo, Meech is, man, listen, man, I swear to God, man, he just, man, you know, man, I try to be a humble, good brother, man, but you know, dudes always. He was crying. I'm like, yo, I go in there and I don't feel bad because I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, he's a fibber. They're like, yo, we all know this, but why is you like, no, because somebody got to tell him the truth because he's just lying. But he's not the only dude to do that. Dudes do that, man. Dudes will show you stuff or pictures and stuff and get pictures of cars and stuff like, yo, yeah, this is my V, this. And you'll be like, and certain dumb dudes fall for it. Like, will fall for it. Man, listen. Then you got, yo, listen, like I said, violence is easy, man. It's easy. Because you can get caught up in the hype of the energy and just be a part of it and that not really even be you. And it's not you. Like, you believe you willing to go this far, but you not. This is when you get dudes who catch bodies and tell. Or all of a sudden they was a shooter, this, that, third. And they tell on everything because this ain't the life that they really wanted. They acting like they want this life. To all you young dudes who's watching this, them dudes that you see, man, that's talking about, yo, gang, shoot them up, yo, that's not tough, man. I'm not saying that's not tough because just because they in the streets, yeah, okay, boom, they willing to be violent, but being violent ain't hard, man. It's hard to those who don't got no heart. But if you got some heart, you gonna handle your business. And it can become addictive. But then when them people come to call and they sit you down and they like, yo, listen, you about to do all this time. Man, you know how many dudes fold, man? I know cold murderers, man. Cold murderers. That they dudes swear they was the coldest, realest dudes in the world and told on everybody they could tell. Man, listen. Man, prison. And think about it in prison, man. Dudes can be anybody they want to be. I done had dudes tell me stories and I'd be like, what? Where did this come from? How is this possible? Like, and be lying. Or you get, like I said, you get the dude I really know crackheads. I know a crackhead right now I was in the street with. Right now he in jail, bro. And he's the head of his hood. He's the head of his hood. And we used to just kick it and laugh and crack up. I remember him when he smoked work. But he calling shots and I used to be like, yo, this is crazy. Like, he'd come through chest poked out. He keep it real with me because I know him. The rest of them dudes, though, that's from other places, what? Yeah, you already know what it is. Big OG. This is what I do. You already know. Matter of fact, pull up. We about to have a powwow. And you like, and they following behind them. Like I said, you got some official dudes and gangs that I know that's official. This is their life. This is what it is. They really live by it. But then you got dudes who use it for umbrella and be caught up in the world, and then they come home and they like, they don't know what's happening. They can't survive. So what they do, they send themselves back to jail because in prison, it's more comfortable, man. Uneasy. And when I say more comfortable fact is that the stress you dealing with is, am I survive today's stress? Am I live today's stress? And in all actuality, that's to me, and not tough to me, that's an easier stress because you living from day to day. So you just like, yo, whatever happened, gonna happen. But when you got that stress of, yo, this bill got to be paid in this week, and you got to figure out how you gonna get this money, and you got to line your days up to what you gonna do to make this happen, or you gonna be out on the streets, or car notes got to be paid, rent got, this kids' birthdays, this. When you got all that stuff, it's like, yo, you ain't living from day to day, so you can't just think from day to day. You got to live for, yo, how I'm gonna make this happen? Where's this gonna go? Yeah. In prison, I'm telling you, man, that's the most enticing thing about prison is that you can be whoever you wanna be. Yo, if you tuned in, man, subscribe, man. I just feel like kicking it with y'all this time. I'm gonna drop a story real quick, you know what I'm saying, before we get up out of here. Tell y'all a good one, but yo, that's the crazy thing about prison. And dudes will lie to you about stuff, you be like, I'm telling you, lie to you, you be like, especially don't let them have any, like, don't let them know how to talk even a little bit. Or they get a CO broad jacking them, you would swear they was the, like, and from the outside looking at you, like, yo, bruh, was that dude. Bruh, that dude. Yo, but, I mean, I gave y'all that. I mean, we had that spill. If you stuck with me, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I want to tell a story, right? So I used to work in when I first got the Wendy, right? So when I first got the Wendy, let me tell you how I first got the Wendy, you know what I'm saying? I got the Wendy and they stuck me over in B block. And B block is where they be putting like dudes a little bit crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I already knew like from being in Kaseki, I was already on edge to pay attention to things. So I'm walking in a line and this kid named Skittles is next to me. He right next to me and it's a bug out dude in front of me. Every time we stop, the bug out dude start clenching his fist. So I'm looking at him like right in front of me, like, yo, what's wrong with this thing? So my spidey senses is tingling. Peter Parker, move back, Peter Parker. So boom, I step back a little bit because I'm like, am I about to swing? So we go, as we get close to the what you call it, he stepped back, he trying to like ease. I'm like, oh yeah, what are you trying? I'm like, oh, he trying something. So I step back some more because I'm about to get out of here. I'm like, man, I'm about to weed this, clock him in his head. So just lo and behold, he turned right around, swing. Woo. I step right back. Son next to me, Skittles, get hit. Yo, Skittles start spanking him, whooping him, spanking him. So the police let it go on for a minute and they stop it. So they like, yo, Skittles like, yo, I don't even know you. So dude like, he just retarded. I'm like, yo, he ain't saying nothing. So I'm like, okay, this, all right, this is my first interaction in Wendy. So police asked me, he like, yo, I saw you, you felt that about to come? Was that meant for you? I'm like, nah, it ain't meant for me. I don't even know. I just got here. So he like, yo, well, you be quiet and stuff like that. You avoid the situation. You, we need a porter for the hallway. So I'm like, cool. I'm like, I'll be a porter for the hallway. Boom, do the hallway. So I'm doing the hallway. Me and my son, Big Mike, doing the hallway. This day, Big Mike don't come. I'm doing the hallway by myself. You know what I'm saying? So in the hallway, yo, they had an old dude, right? And the old dude was going through the mag, right? And I don't know, something was ringing. They wanted him to do something, but he ended up getting in with police. So I'm right there cleaning the hall, watching it. Now, mind you, it's like 3 or 4 officers at the Times Square. So he's sitting there. He going through, and you would have thought this older dude, he tall, he had his cane with him, immaculate shoes, everything tucked in. And I thought because he had the cane, something was wrong with him. Because that'd be the game too. So dudes be gaming, using certain things too. So him and the police get into it. I just remember the police saying like, yo, something he wasn't, yo, you can't have this. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna take it. So dude was like, nah, I'm gonna take it back with me. He's like, no, you're not gonna take it. I'm taking it. I'm throwing it away. So the old dude like, listen here, sir. That property belongs to me. I'm gonna take it back to my cell. I had his watch. It was a watch. Take it back to my cell. He's like, nah, you can't have this. Your numbers, all this. He's like, I've been had it. Take it back to my cell. So the officer go to grab it. He grabbed the officer's hand over the desk. Looking like, what the hell? Yo, so the officer tried to snatch his hand back. So he swing at him. Yo, the old dude, weave it. This something, yo, one day I'm gonna do a top 10 of the best fights, cuttings, stabbings I ever seen. Oh, dude's getting busy. The officer weave it. Son, weave it. Hit him. Boom. Yo, when he hit him, I'm like, oh, this old dude about to get killed. Yo, the other 3 officers rush up. Yo, I've seen people get busy. But this old dude was immaculate. He was like Steven Seagal. He was hitting them like, cha, just throwing them, judo, swing. Yo, he was whooping police ass. The broad that was there, she ran into the little bubble part, locked that, said, hell no, this, I don't know where this kung fu nigga came from. And yo, he had them some hard toes on. He was kicking, kicking them. Yo, I'm sitting there watching. So they like, yo, against the wall, everybody against the wall, get up against the wall. But I'm still watching. Yo, he getting busy. Yo, he whooping them. And when I say he whooping them, every time they come, he was whooping them so bad that when the sergeant came, sergeant was like, yo, Mr. Such and Such, just calm down, please. And the man was just like, all I wanted was my watch. Now this hunky ass cracker had to sit here and mess with me about my watch. Didn't want to do this. Like, y'all not putting no cuffs on me. So the sergeant like, listen, I know who you are. I know, so I guess son was known for whooping police throughout the state. Old, cool, yo, smooth as hell. Yo, the man told the man, yo, y'all not putting no cuffs on me. They was like, yo, we just gonna walk you to the box now. I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to like Dynamite, because that's what but he got busy. He got busy, man. He got busy. When I say he got busy,